Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my little logo that I use on my YouTube channel, if you've ever seen it. And it's kind of simple, but it's just a customized Minecraft face. And once you get it, you can make any changes you want. You can change the eye color, change the hair color, change skin color, anything you want to do. So yeah, this is it if you haven't seen it. And I'm not going to be using Photoshop like I have here, because most people don't have it, so I'm going to close this down. And the first step is to get your Minecraft default Steve skin, which is like this. Oh, let me zoom in here. Yes, I do have a trial of Photoshop, but we want this skin, and we're going to open it up with a program called paint.net, which I've used before in some of my videos, and I'll put a link in the description. So I'm here in paint.net, and I'm going to hit Control plus to zoom in, and keep hitting that. Zoom in all the way, nice and close. Get my windows out of the way. And what we want to do is we want to get the face here. So get your rectangle select tool, click on one pixel, and drag over to the bottom. Then you can use the shortcut Control C to copy that area. Then go File, New, and Paint.net will automatically have the measurements of what you just copied. So just hit OK. It'll be a tiny little square, but that's okay. So you're going to zoom up, and then Control V to paste. Now, make sure your quality is set to pixelated up here. It actually doesn't have to, but I recommend. And just hit enter to get rid of the selection on the Minecraft face. So now we're going to get into editing the face. And after we can add certain features and things, but right now we're going to be editing the full square pixels. Because after this first step, we won't be able to edit the whole pixel at once. We'll have smaller pixels and we'll have to fill in the whole square. So here's where, if you want to change your eye color and your skin color and things like that. So I'm going to keep the hair color because I like it, but I'm going to change the eye color. I'm just going to make it a bit more blue and less purple. So I'm going to take a transparent dark blue and just click once on there, and I get a bit of bluer eyes. And I don't like how he kind of has a derpy face here, so I'm going to get rid of that. Easiest thing to do is get your color picker tool and pick some colors from around that area and just blotch it on to where you don't want this to be. Easy enough. And now he doesn't really have a mouth, but that's okay. And you might not think so, but I think on the original Minecraft character, his skin is a bit dark, and I'd like to lighten it up a bit. So I'm going to select with my rectangle select tool one area, then hold Control and select all my other areas. Holding Control while selecting the other areas, basically, instead of reselecting, it adds to your current selection. So just select the skin area, and then the easiest thing to do is go up to adjustments and hue and saturation, and here you can change your lightness up a bit. And when you change your lightness, it kind of fades it away a bit, so you don't want to do it too much. So I'm going to do it a bit like that, and then turn my saturation up so his face still has a bit of color. There we go. Should be good. And now I'll just go back and forth so you can see the difference. That's the minute. So we have our old one and our new one. I like this one a bit better. And I'm going to keep the nose and the eyes and the hair and everything. But right now I'm done with the full pixels, I think. And yeah, now's the time to change your hair color if you want to. Here, I'll just show you how to do that. Same thing with the Control and Select tool. select your things, and go to Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and then go ahead and you can change it to any color you want. Green, pink, whatever. If you want to do a blonde thing, hit cancel, go to Adjustments, and you should be able to go to Curves, change this to RGB, and do green and red, and there, and you can get kind of like yellow, kind of like a blondish look, but I'm not going to use that, so hit cancel. Okay, so now I have my face here, and now we want to add the other features. So what I do is I take the mouse pointer tool and I click on my picture. Now I can, move it around, and Control C to copy it, and go up here to File, New, and for the YouTube logo size, it's 88 by 88 for the profile picture, so I'm going to do that. And now we have our picture here, and Control V to paste, and zoom in a bit here with Control Plus. I'm going to drag my Steve out, make his head a bit bigger, and make sure your quality is set to pixelated. If it's on smooth, you'll get something like that, so make sure it's pixelated. Now this is the time where you can add certain features that aren't just full pixels. So one of the things that I do is you get your pencil tool, and it will just put little pixels down. That's why you can't edit the full squares now. That's what I was talking about before. So what I usually do is to give my logo a bit more depth. So I color pick the nose tool here, and then I darken it a bit, so it's almost like dark brown, and I put a small line under his nose. Now when I zoom out a bit, it kind of looks like it's popping out. You can add another line if you want, but I think that's good for now. And you can do the same with the eyes. But with the eyes, because it's a blue, it's going to have to actually be really, really dark for it to even show up. Let's go see. Yep, looks good. And we can do the same with the hair. So I'll take the darkest one and make that even darker. And then I'll just run. Oops. You can use your line tool, but I prefer to use pencil. And just run it along here, along the hair. And remember, the easiest shortcut to go back a step is Control Z. I use that a lot. I think many of you know that, but just a tip. Perfect. Now if we zoom out, it should give a little bit of a difference. I think it does. So now we're going to add our mouth and some expression to his face. So what I usually do is I get my rectangle tool. I'm going to get a black thing, a black color, and make my brush width to 1. And then fill, you can do just solid color, and select where you want your mouth to be. I usually leave a little bit of a chin under his mouth, and then just paint bucket inside. Zoom up a bit more so you can edit the details better. Now if we zoom out, we have a nice face here. Let's give him some teeth. You don't have to, but it looks okay with teeth. It looks like a beaver. Oops. And then we can add a tongue if you want. I'm actually just going to do a transparent red and go over it like that. Now if we zoom out, we have a nice face. And if you think your teeth are a bit too white, you can just get a nice transparent yellow and put over. That actually looks a bit too yellowy. And make it really transparent, like really, really transparent. There we go. Now if we zoom out a bit, his teeth look a bit better. Not as, popping out. I don't think he uses whitening strips. So, looks like we have a good face now. If you want to add any other features to it, you can do that. So you can change the hair. I usually just put some really small kind of eyebrows. So I take his hair color and I just lighten it up a tiny bit. And if you don't like the eyebrows, you don't have to do them. They don't have to be as dark. Yeah, it looks okay. I might make them a bit higher. And I'm going to make them a bit more transparent. There we go. Now I have nice eyebrows and a face and everything. Maybe I'll just make these a bit thicker. There we go. So yeah, you can customize your logo any way you want. This is pretty boring. I didn't really add much on mine, except for the mouth. You can add all kinds of wrinkles and things to make him look a bit more real, and not just like, a Minecraft face. The thing about adding pupils, it doesn't really make sense, like in the Minecraft style. I'll just show you. It doesn't really look too right, especially when you're zoomed out. I mean, it looks okay. I might keep them. And with the nose, you can get transparent black and just, nostrils or whatever. I don't know, I might take those off. Yeah, so I really like adding depth to it, so remember you can still do that, like how I put the darker line there. I do that with the mouth. And you can just do a kind of transparent black to get the darker color for anything without having to, color pick it. It'll just make it darker. What I haven't tried is actually doing the dark line on under each of the things here. I might do it here actually. Gives them kind of depth to the picture. But yeah, that's pretty much all. So thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe, because Jimmy here wants you to. So yeah, thanks. Remember to comment, like, and everything else.